but I think it was something to do with you where he came on, he wanted to be on our show.
Him and Darren. Yeah. And you copped out.
I copped out.
And so he did 2 shows back to back, and he just sat between us, and we wouldn't let him say a word.
I did one show with him, with you.
We would, but Darren did 2 back to back with us, and we wouldn't let him say a word.
Not a word.
Bruce and I did that to Ed Safone.
Oh, Ed.
Bruce and I did that to Ed. Ed wanted to be on our show. That's when he was doing the write-in.
Hey, look, we're on TV.
Yeah, that's when he was doing the write-in, and so Bruce says,
the write-in
he's
every 2
between
years.
us with that sign that says write-in, and Bruce and I wouldn't let him say a word. And I'm not usually that talkative.
Oh, no, you're like wallflower.
Yes, you can curse.
Like a little kid. Your mom's not around now.
You know, it's a shame the camera isn't closer. That you can see how Bryan corrupted you. So Dominic, what did you say he looks like? Because they can hear us.
Yep.
He looks like you look like a chia, but that's going to be on TV. No, with that he looks like a chia. That's just with water. Yo, when it first sprouts up.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome again to another edition of the Volpe Bazzo Report. I'm your co-host, Domenic Volpe. Along with me is Andy.
Welcome back from Florida.
Yeah, I wish that was the
Darren's
case.
jealous that you took Mike with him. You wouldn't take him to Florida. In fact, Darren was surprised you showed up. He says you don't like him.
This is the first time we're ever doing a show together. I think it's
number
amazing.
5.
I can't believe that.
So here we are against, and tonight we have the fearsome foursome. That's what I'm going to call it.
And we are sober. It may look like we've been in some basement having a couple of, what's the red wine you like?
Montepulciano de Abruzzo.
Right, having a couple of, but no, we were all actually sober. Well, you do the medical marijuana, right?
Yeah, synthetic now, too.
Right, and synthetic, too, right?
big.
Okay, I just want to make sure, because that explains why you're not shaved.
Thank you.
Well, the medical and the homegrown.
Right. And I thought that was oregano you were growing in the back lot.
That's what
Makes
I
a
tell
lot of
people.
sauce.
There was a reason why.
sauce.
There was a reason why he moved to the boondocks of Putnam, because they don't have their own. But are we helping you here?
Yes.
You're helping. You're going to get the youth. Now, again,
So Bryan Fumagalli,
Right.
Yes.
That was all your introduction.
editor
Yes,
of
I
the
know.
Peak Skill.
Post.net.
Post.net, yep.
And then we
And
got
Darren.
our political commentator, Darren
Yes.
Rigger, who's now a private citizen. This is February 2nd, the day after the Iowa Caucuses. Hopefully we're going to cover 2 topics, the Iowa Caucuses and Watergate on the Hudson here in Peekskill. Hopefully we'll get to but we do want to talk about the Iowa Caucus. I got an observation I want to make.
Okay.
The racist party of the Republicans, the racist party that hates minorities. The top 4 vote getters, 2 were Hispanic, 1 was African American.
Wait,
So
Ted Cruz is Hispanic?
Yes.
I thought he was Canadian.
He's also right. He's also here.
Wait, is he even legitimate?
Actually, he
Does Ted Cruz know he's Hispanic?
Well, he could be like the New York Times that described that guy that with the Trayvon Martin, a white Hispanic. He could be that new national. But anyway, you got.
I heard Rubio actually gave Ted Cruz amnesty to stay here and run.
and on the Democrat side, you had the party that on all the networks that were showing the Democrat caucuses, the sponsors were Geritol, Fixodent, Poligrip, Depends, and Funeral Home.
They used to call the Republicans the party of the old white people. Hello.
I mean, the Democrats.
Oh my God!
So they still call when they talk about the voters for Ted Cruz are all white people. The old white people.
Well, Iowa is all white people.
Before we figure out the actual,
cares
talk about the
anyway?
results in Iowa, let's just bring up something that Dominic mentioned earlier, okay?
About you being a chia pet?
Yeah.
Coin flips.
What is with that?
Coin flips.
Unbelievable that this is actually part of a legitimate, what we call legitimate process
And
to
how did,
choose who's president
did
of the
Clinton
United
win
States.
all of them, I heard? Is that true?
Yes.
6.
Yeah.
6 out of 6.
6 out of 6 you won?
How does that happen?
Do you know what the odds are on that?
Apparently God is female.
1 in 6 million.
That's what they're going with.
Maybe the Powerball was also...
1 in 6. You've got a better chance
Cattle
of winning
futures
the
thing going on.
Powerball
Except
than
Hillary
winning
Hillary
6.
got to pick the coin each time, though. That's
Okay, but let me ask you
And
something.
you know what was really good? All
So
the
one-sided.
supporters of Martin O'Malley, all 2 of them, were in the corner in the gymnasium.
Well, that was easy to cover. His he had it in a phone booth. They still had one in Iowa. Because Superman needs it to change. And what Martin O'Malley used that one for his.
My friend said to me how fitting it was to have 2 socialists split the pie. In half.
In half.
Yeah.
But-
That's
But
pretty funny.
Darren, this is where you're
Actually, Hillary won, and she got one delegate more than Bernie.
Jeez.
But this
So it's a
is
huge. It was a romp.
Right.
You know, she
Now-
wasn't going to pay for a landslide.
Now,
What's
under
the old
caucus
JFK?
rules,
Not
does
gonna
that
pay for
mean
a
she
His
gets
landslide.
all the
father says,
delegates
right.
then, or
The
is
what?
there based
Proportional.
on? Is it proportional now the delegates, or does she get the whole?
No, it's proportional.
Oh, it's proportional.
Almost all the primaries, at least the Democratic system.
Gotcha.
It's
See,
almost all proportional.
on the Republican side, Cruz got 7.
Right.
Trump and Rubio get 6 each. Carson gets 3.
Gotcha.
Carson, so I'm saying the top 4 on the Republican
Right,
side.
because there were 30 delegates. In
Right, but
Iowa.
I'm saying the top 4 candidates on the Republican side, 3 are minorities. And you hear that when you hear the Democrats and the mainstream media talk about the Republicans, they're racist.
The all-white
bigots.
mainstream media?
They're racist bigots, and yet.
So
I'm
here's
trying to
the
find
most
out
bizarre
where,
moment of the whole
But
night.
it must
though.
be. I'll tell you
Right?
what happened. I know what happened. Iowa was an open primary. And so all the Democrats registered as Republicans to vote for the minorities because they knew the Republicans would only vote for the white guy, and that's where Trump got his 24%.
The moment of the night, though, was when Ben Carson, apparently everyone's like, well, we're going to hop the planes, we're heading to New Hampshire. Everyone's
ahead
heading
of the
to New
blizzard.
Hampshire.
Ahead of the blizzard.
And he said he was heading down to Florida. And they said, well, does that mean you're dropping out of the race? Because everyone else is going to New Hampshire and you're going to Florida.
He needed
And he
clothes.
needed fresh clothes. And the media and Twitter, everyone went crazy with that response. Because
Well, you
some
know what
staffers
it is?
like,
He
no, he
was
needs
on
fresh
Hannity.
clothes.
Carson was on Hannity.
That's a very
and
strange.
Hannity says, you mean there were no dry cleaners there? He says you're never in the same place long enough that the clothes, I said, believe it or not, he says clothes start to stink. He says, I went home and got a whole fresh set of clothes.
Now, see,
Because
if that was a Democrat, the play would have been he's the everyman, he's new at this, and it would have been a funny thing and portrayed as
No.
positive. Now, because if it's Ben Carson, he's
No,
going to be
if it-
being mocked by Conan O'Brien.
Well, no,
was-
if it was the Democrat,
If it was Hillary, she'd be under investigation. Who bought the clothes? Who paid for the clothes?
No.
What type of clothes?
the
I'd like to know.
if it was Hillary or Sanders that had said that they were going
Sanders
home
has
to
one
get
pair
Well,
of
Sanders
underwear.
only needs one stick of deodorant. He needs one of everything,
underwear.
and he wants us to have one of everything
No.
too.
That they were going home to get fresh boxes. It depends. 'Cause
Oh,
the,
jeez.
the little deli in Iowa, they only have one deli there too.
So is Carson
you're
staying in?
looking at a state that's only recently learning to walk upright, and so
It's a Democrat state. People don't
So
realize
at
that.
the end of the night, though, what was the message?
It's a good night for Marco Rubio. That's what I think.
Is that's?
I think he's set up really well. I think they're going to South Carolina tied at 1. I think Rubio's going to win New Hampshire. I don't know what the polling is. Is Trump up there? I don't know if he is. I think Rubio's going to take New Hampshire.
Trump is up a lot in New Hampshire right now, partly because
We're seeing his
what
fade,
really
though.
messes up a lot of these primaries early on. Iowa and New Hampshire have what's called open primaries.
Right.
So anyone can show up and just declare,
Isn't South
today I'm
Carolina
gonna
open?
no,
No.
South Carolina's not open.
I think that they said the Democrats had a lot of college kids or something yesterday, right?
Well, what it is there are
Iowa
people
State,
out
I
there,
think it was.
and this is where Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump, what's so interesting is they're running really similar campaigns. I mean, opposite sides of the spectrum.
Yeah.
But they're both reaching out to independents and people that are disenfranchised by the two-party system.
Or
So you get these people that are like,
first-
hey,
Which
I
is
don't belong to
basically
any
everybody.
political party. Yeah, like I'm so angry, I don't belong to any political party. I'm a blank or an independent. Well, they're able to vote in these primaries,
You're a
but only in
blank
places
all
like
right.
Iowa and New Hampshire.
You're a
So
blank
how
all right.
important? We heard all along that Cruz had the ground game established already a month and a half, 2 months ago. In the end, that's really what it came
Well, he
down
had the
to.
churches and the evangelicals.
Yeah, but he had the ground game. He had the people. He was set up there a long time because he knew he needed a good win.
Now,
That gave it to him.
my question-
The question is, Trump said he had a ground game. So the real question is, did he?
No, he didn't.
He didn't. It was all
He
facade.
didn't.
Trump's done.
You believe that?
Yeah.
You really believe that?
Yeah, I know you don't. I've been waiting for him to fall. I think a lot of people have, and I think this is just the beginning.
Okay,
he's not the evangelicals that vote in this. They weren't going to go for
Okay,
him in
now
Iowa.
let-
and South Carolina, they're not going to go for Donald Trump.
Okay, let's look
At all.
at this. Let's look at the whole big picture here.
So who drops out
Trump
next?
came into the race.
Well, I don't know who drops out.
Huckabee dropped out.
Trump
Yeah.
comes into the race. He's at 5%. Bernie Sanders comes in the race. He's at 5%. They both come in. They're jokes. Nobody's taking them seriously. They're going to fall on their ass. Bernie Sanders comes out with almost 50% of the vote. Hillary beats him by decimal points, not even percentage points, decimal points. Yet, she's the winner. I'm sorry, I think the guy that goes from 5 to 49 point something.
I wonder if any of the people in Benghazi lived in Iowa and they might have been able to vote
in the
for
Republican side, you got the guy that comes in third. You're calling the winner. I'd love to, do that on a horse.
I said he had a great night.
I'd love to bet that on a horse.
The whole thing with this is everyone, I have been waiting for Rubio to take it, and I've been waiting for Trump to fall. And they didn't pass in the night yet, but I saw last night that started to happen.
Okay, why don't you look
I know it's Iowa, it's a different state.
No.
But
Look
the narratives.
Look at the big picture.
I'm looking at it.
Of Sanders, Cruz, Rubio, Trump, Carson. When you add the percentage of votes they got, that's 110% of people that went to the polls, 110% voted for outsiders. Voted totally Sanders at 49.
That's Democratic
60.
math.
There you go.
60% of the voters in Iowa voted anti-establishment.
Right.
49% of the Iowa Democrats
What I'm saying, Ted Cruz is anti-establishment?
He is anti-establishment. They hate him.
How is Ted Cruz anti-establishment?
He went on the Senate floor and called Mitch McConnell a damn liar.
No. He went to Harvard. He's a U.S. senator.
It doesn't matter.
He worked at the Supreme Court.
That doesn't
He
matter.
gets $1 million loan from Goldman Sachs, or his wife works.
All these guys get $1 million loans from Goldman Sachs.
He says he's anti-establishment, but everything he's ever done in life.
You have John McCain calling him a doo-doo bird or dodo bird.
Well, he made
The establishment Republicans, the Bushes, the McCain, all the people that run the party for years, they don't like Ted Cruz at all. And if you're in D.C. with Reince Priebus, I'm telling you, he's not going around saying we love Ted Cruz. He's not. Rubio or Jeb Bush, who's now done,
Trump
is
or
their
Ben
choice.
Carson would be the anti-establishment.
I think all three of them are anti-establishment.
You have to throw in Rubio only because
when you're a conservative, you're anti-establishment, which is a lot of people don't believe that for some reason.
Rubio's not anti-establishment.
No,
he's not.
He's the establishment.
He's not as conservative as we think he is.
Right, I understand.
He is definitely the
but the
establishment
perception to the average voter. Remember, you're talking about the average voter that voted in this. He's also part of the anti-establishment.
Who you talking
he
about?
is Rubio. He is not seen as establishment
I
Don't forget, we live in one of the media capitals of the world, and we eat this shit up for breakfast. They don't. They don't.
It's a little New York bias
but
right
they
there.
still get the
It's true.
clips. They get the clips over there.
They've been seeing commercials
You
for
know what's interesting? For years,
months now.
everyone said the reason governors did so well is because senators were so Washington, D.C. insiders. And this time, the governors got wiped out. Governors and former governors.
I think as a country, we used to elect people who had
What
resumes.
I'm trying to
Governors
say-
tend to have more resumes than
What I'm trying
senators.
to say is when you
But that's
look at
changed now.
Kasich,
When
Bush,
you look at the
they're all
turnout,
governors.
Right.
the big picture, the turnout, highest turnout, record-setting turnout,
Yeah.
and everybody said, "Oh, if they get high numbers, it's good for Trump."
Why would they?
But
think
let me
that? I don't
finish.
agree
The
with that.
trouble is that new turnout was good for everybody perceived as anti-establishment. That's what those high numbers that it raised everybody's
But
vote.
on the
that
Republican
was
side,
perceived as
hasn't Bachman
anti-establishment.
won Iowa before? Haven't we had, or Huckabee's
No,
won Iowa?
Santorum won it last
Right,
time.
okay.
Huckabee won it
Yeah,
before.
Iowa doesn't prove anything yet.
Okay,
Yes.
those are anti-establishment people that went nowhere.
Right.
They won Iowa and then they went whoop.
That's true.
So what does it mean?
You want to know why
Iowa,
Santorum went nowhere?
Yeah, but wait a minute.
Santorum was never anti-establishment. He backed Arlen
He
Specter.
did in 2004,
and
yes.
that killed him
Yes.
for everything.
Yeah, but he was not Mitt Romney,
That
and he
killed-
was
Right.
not
Well, fine, Huckabee,
John
that's
McCain.
certainly
That's
not-
why he was
yeah.
Nor was it
anti-establishment.
Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, but you could flip that though too, Brian. You could say, you know what, and I agree with you, but here's the problem. So if you say that Cruz has got Iowa, but big deal, that's
No, that's good,
That still
but-
keeps Trump in play though. Because
Well,
it does. It does. Because
Well, if he
let's
wins
put it
New
this way,
Hampshire.
if New Hampshire or South
See,
Carolina,
now, if you guys actually
by the
read
time
my
you get to
column,
South
that can be
Carolina,
He might
found
win
in the
Nevada
Yorktown News
before
and
he
the
wins South
Mayapack
Carolina.
News.
He
You
might-
guys actually read my column. You will see that at the end of my column, last week's column,
We don't live in those
going
towns.
into. I know, but it's also online.
Oh, okay.
You know, and the website's on the TV screen. But the fact of the matter is, the last line I said, if you see the anti-establishment decisively win, and they can't be stopped. By the time they get to South Carolina, it's going to be Katie bar the door. Last night was a decisive win for the anti-establishment, from Sanders 49%, almost 50, to the 60% the anti-establishment votes that and how poorly, single digits and pathetically single digits, the establishment
I
candidates
think Bush got
did.
2 or something, but what did he get?
Yeah, 2 or 3.
I mean, my God in heaven, Christie came in below Santorum.
Yeah, 1.
Is that a surprise?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that any of these people that were deemed as part of the establishment, right now you got party poobahs on both sides of the aisle.
I get it.
Isn't
I get what you're
scared
saying.
shitless.
Isn't Iowa
I don't know
an
yet.
opportunity
I don't know yet.
for people to vent, and then the real primaries start, and the adults start to participate, and we start getting closed primaries where these? I mean, look, God bless young college students, but there's people out there that are like, I'm not a member of any political party, and I don't want to be a part of any of this, and they got to vote in a political party establishment last night.
Right.
And that's sort of not fair,
How
right?
come it was fair when
you know,
Obama got
I'm raised
them? How
I'm raised
come
in
that
New
was-
York, right? If you're in New York, I don't get to walk in and vote and decide who the Republican nominee is.
Right.
That's not fair. That's their party, their nominee. They don't get to come and storm my primary and tell me who my nominee should be.
Do you think
but
Iowa
somehow
does-
Iowa allows that?
I'd like to see someone who's pro that explain, because I agree with you. I think it's
Republican
weird.
Party?
What?
New York's really got a Republican Party?
Not really.
Rob Astorino says they do.
But I mean, that wasn't a fair comparison. New York doesn't really have a Republican.
But it is strange when you see people flipping a coin to decide how they're going to vote.
Well,
When-
Wait.
you know.
Here's the best. You're in there. You're with your husband.
Did you watch MSNBC last
You're
night?
with
or
your
no?
neighbor. You're with maybe your boss, people you work with, and
Your
then
boss,
they say
that's dangerous.
they don't have a hidden ballot. Everyone
Right.
who's in favor of
Walk onto
Barton
this side of the
O'Malley,
room.
walk to that corner of the room.
Oh,
Talking about the peer pressure.
Right.
You know, your boss is staring
Well,
at you.
you were talking about, like, I didn't watch it on MSNBC, but I saw a clip from MSNBC last night where one of the people, at the F word or whatever, I'm sure you heard it, but to me, they were most all females. I guess they were college or just
A lot of college kids,
They
yes.
seemed like they were middle school girls yelling at each other, Bernie, Bernie, and yelling about burning the VA. I'm like, go take a ice cream cone and go home. What are you talking
Trump's
about?
got-
You're deciding this
I
process.
want
You don't know
secret
what
ballot. I
Trump's
don't
got
want
the-
my wife to know who I voted for, my
Trump's
boss
got
to
the-
know. Or
That's strange.
Trump's
your
got
boss.
the Take America Back hat, and Bernie's got, the one, let's
bring
beat
America
the,
back to the 60s.
bring whatever it is, but his is a trust. And that's what he gives away to his supporters.
Well, let's before we switch topics. So I think Rubio had a good night. I think this is the start of Trump's fall. I'm not saying Iowa's the end-all, be-all, but I'm saying I've been waiting
When
for
did
it.
you're not really meaning this because
Yes, I am.
You really think Trump is up by double digits in New Hampshire?
Fine, let him win New Hampshire. Didn't Pat Buchanan win New Hampshire? BFD.
Bernie Sanders is going to win New Hampshire.
Fine. You really, even though he's next door, you think he's going to outdo Hillary there? I don't know what the stats
No, he's
say. I've
a
been looking at the
regional
polls.
candidate. He's
So
20
then
points
is
up.
South
Okay, I've been paying
Carolina,
attention to the
so then
polls.
can we say is South Carolina really where the
That's
primary
the one you
starts?
South
really
Car-
want.
Nevada.
That's the one you want.
Nevada, South Carolina,
And I'll
and
tell
then,
you, I know.
March
I'll tell you
1st,
why
it's
you
over,
watch
right?
South Carolina, because you have a lot of displaced New Yorkers living there.
Okay.
And so that's going to be more of a bellwether vote on the candidates because I think South Carolina actually represents the country a lot more than a lot of.
I don't think so.
I do.
I just
I
spoke
do.
to someone.
North Carolina, but not South Carolina.
South Carolina.
I spoke to someone in North Carolina, and the word that they're getting there is Trump. Across the board.
I'm telling you, Trump is far from done.
Yes.
Done.
No.
What's February 2nd?
Yeah, let's
Trump
try-
is done.
Hey, we're
He
gonna-
might win New Hampshire, and if he does, he'll be lucky.
Andy,
'cause
we're
he's
going to
done.
put a chart every week.
Right.
We'll give the predictions.
It'll be the day after he's elected president. I'm going to say he's done. He's not getting a second term.
I just can't believe you're falling. What I should have known when you said Rubio won the night. The man came in third.
If you saw
the
it-
man
if
came
you
in
saw,
third.
if you saw the speech,
I didn't
I
say
know.
he won the night. I said
no.
he had a great night.
No,
I think it was mostly about
the
him.
man
he
came in
I do believe.
third.
I agree. It was the.
Only in politics
Yeah.
can the guy that comes in first
He-
be a loser.
if you
The
heard
guy
the
that comes in
speech-
I didn't call
second
Cruz
be
a
the
loser.
loser. But the guy that came in third, he's the winner.
No.
And the guy that and
Good
the
to be with a
Democrat,
winner.
the guy that comes from 5% to 49.6, he's the loser too.
Although you know what, the polls were showing that Rubio was only at 10% a week ago, and he came in at 23.
And I'll tell you where
24.
There's always
votes
late
came-
movement with this
No,
caucus
no,
thing
no.
all the
Look
time.
where
Howard
those
Dean
votes-
fell off.
Look where his votes came from. His votes came from
Who's he? You talking
all-
about Rubio?
Yeah, Rubio's votes.
Is this sarcasm or is
no,
this
no,
actually okay?
came from the establishment supporters finally picking him to coalesce around, because you saw hypothetically that Bush, Kasich,
Yeah.
Okay.
Fiorina,
All right.
just from them alone.
You might be right.
So
just
assume
that went to. And
I've been waiting for that to happen.
All right.
That went to Rubio and jumped up his numbers.
So assuming that, and I agree with you. So assuming that
Electability,
do you
whole
think
thing.
now the Republican Party then now says Jeb, Christie, and all the rest of them that are at 1% get the heck out of this
I'll
race?
tell you who. Well, in New Hampshire.
No, because it's watering the
well,
Republicans. to
Darren
the down.
knows something about this that I don't. How many people are in it for the money?
All of them.
No.
some of them
That need
also-
the job
Some
right
of them
now.
also
All of
looking,
them.
some of them also looking for positions,
Right.
like cabinet
That's
right,
positions.
like
That's O'Malley, right
Running
there.
for vice
O'Malley
president.
was looking for a
Like,
cabinet.
Yeah, running for vice president.
I'm
You know,
convinced
Kasich,
that
maybe.
I'm
Yeah.
convinced that Santorum and Huckabee going to the Trump event the night of the last debate were running for vice president. I'm
Good
convinced
luck.
of that.
Jeb
I
Bush
am
is not. Jeb Bush is not, because I think Jeb Bush is not going to serve in anyone's cabinet.
I'm convinced.
And I think Chris Christie's not either.
no,
Christie-
I see Chris Christie
Attorney
running for
General.
Attorney General.
What?
Attorney General.
I see
You
Christie
think?
running for Attorney General. I see Carson running for Surgeon General.
Surgeon General.
I see Carly Fiorina running for state or treasury.
What if whoever the president is just fills his entire cabinet with
Yeah,
this
but however,
wackadoodle
but get
group?
back
And I'm not gonna do it. The guy's a surgeon, a brain surgeon.
but get back to
Please.
Look at who you had a
Lincoln
failed, you had
did
a
that.
failed governor and a
Look what
lunatic from
Lincoln did.
Vermont, and a
Lincoln-
criminal from Chappaqua.
How about that time Carson?
How is Carson?
Ben Carson was like insisting he tried to murder someone with a hammer, and everyone's like, "No, you never did that." He's like, "I did so. I did. I tried to kill the man with a hammer."
He should've.
Lincoln,
It was a
Lincoln,
biz-
when
this
Lincoln
Oh, you have
It's
got-
Sanders
bizarre.
talking about women
When-
fantasizing about being raped.
when Lincoln
It's been a crazy election
a little
cycle.
when
strange.
These
Lincoln
people
got
are-
elected,
Yeah.
when Nixon got elected, they both put their greatest
Lincoln and Nixon.
adversaries in their cabinets, including
Well, look
Nixon
at
in
JFK with
68.
Johnson because he needed
right.
Texas.
They put their greatest adversaries in there, so that it is not unheard of
It's-
for the
so-
victor.
They'll
So
put one
will
or
the
two. They're
Republican
not going to
Party
put all
now
of them.
go
You know what I
after
mean?
those?
No, yeah, they have to do
Anyone
something.
under
They'll put one or
5%
two.
and tell them to get the heck out
Well,
of
like
there.
They're gonna do
Obama
that
with Hillary.
themselves because
Obama with
the
Hillary,
donors won't
yeah.
give the money.
Oh, gotcha. It is, so
Donors
it
ain't going to
is,
give
so the
them
money will just dry up. at
I
this point.
think the people that are dropping out after Iowa have dropped out, and that's Huckabee and O'Malley, and I think that's it. That's all
also
that's dropped
fair.
out.
Yeah, but
Is
you
Tim
still
Scott a
got-
big deal in South Carolina supporting Rubio?
No, after New Hampshire,
Do you think?
I don't know. It's interesting. I
after
don't know.
New Hampshire, you will lose
Probably.
Kasich.
That's big.
After New Hampshire, you will lose Kasich and Christie. That goes out after New Hampshire. Going into South Carolina, and maybe Fiorina, but I think Fiorina will hold off because she sees like South Carolina, like I see it, more of a bellwether.
What about how long does Bush stay in this?
Bush stays in until Super Tuesday.
South
He's
Carolina is
gonna
arguably the most conservative
Bush
state in
stays
the country.
as the people that aren't going to make it.
Bush has
that-
offices already in like 20 states.
Right,
He's
and
got so much money.
and he's got the money. Bush stays in us through
waste.
Super Tuesday, and he will be the last man standing up against Rubio, Cruz, and Trump. He's the last man standing going into
Do
Super Tuesday.
you still think that Trump is the person to beat? Do you still think he's going
Yes.
to?
Yes, as long as he's defining the rules. He doesn't show up at a debate, and all 2 days the news is Trump,
I agree
Trump,
with you. It was
Trump.
great.
He's,
I agree with
as
you.
long as he can control. You know when you know Trump is done? When the media ignores him.
Well,
That's when he is done.
it's anecdotal, but my friend who voted for Gore, Bush, and Obama twice, was very upset that Trump lost last night. He's a big Trump guy.
That Trump's got 20%.
He's a registered Democrat,
You
but he's
gave
a
me
moderate
the poll.
Democrat.
Trump's got 20% support
Right.
amongst Democrats.
Yeah.
You gave me the poll. I published
I
it.
know, yeah.
He's got 20%. And then in the post, yesterday's post, he's got the highest support amongst women and Hispanics in the Republican Party.
All right, now get back onto the Democrat side. So why is Sanders running so close to Hillary?
Because the anti-establishment, again, first of all, and Darren, you got me
Here we
so
go.
mad with our conversation we had in the car.
Which one?
The one about even if Hillary got indicted, you'd vote for her.
I would.
You got me so mad. I did a whole my
That's
column
not,
this
that's not
week.
what the conversation was.
My
that's not
column,
the conversation.
my column this week that
Doesn't matter,
comes
though.
out this week
Yeah.
is because of him.
Yeah.
Getting me mad.
So you should thank him. You got to call him out.
Because 53% of Democrats polled said if Hillary was indicted, they'd still vote for her. And that makes the system suck. And the people that see that are voting for Sanders. And they are going, and I think it's the majority of the party still hasn't been totally corrupted by Obama and the liberal wing. Because the people still, only 20% of the people still identify themselves as liberal. It's only 20%. The 60% of the country identifies themselves of right of center. They may be Democrats, but they identify themselves of right of center. Hillary is a crook.
All right.
And she's not going to get indicted. I said that in my column
she
because
won't.
Obama's going to protect her.
So you would vote for Sanders?
No, I don't like her.
He's not voting for a Democrat.
No, but let's
took a
say the
while for
election
that.
was what you had posed to me. What you had posed to me was, if the election was between the crook Hillary Clinton, and then I said, well, it depends who she was running against. That's all my answer was.
No.
And I said if she was running against,
said Trump
Adolf
first.
Hitler,
No,
I
you
would,
said
I would vote
That's
for
not true.
Hillary. And you said, oh my
No,
God.
I said you said specifically I would vote for
doesn't
Hillary
really-
over Trump.
So
you said specifically I
Leon
would vote for him.
Trotsky versus Hillary, but Hillary's currently under indictment. Who would you vote for?
Wouldn't they be vice president and
I said,
president?
did I say Leon Trotsky? I meant Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders.
If Trump was under indictment, and
then I
he
tried
was
to make-
against Bernie Sanders, I'd probably have to vote for Bernie.
You don't have to vote at all. It's
No,
no vote.
because
What do you have to vote for?
I did this
Don't
with
vote.
Vinnie Leibel, and you know me as far back as then.
Yes.
When Vinnie Leibel was under, where I finally got the column out that the man was nefarious. He hadn't been
Nefarious.
indicted yet, but nefarious. I supported the Democrat.
Are
though
you a
I
lefty?
Yes. Even though I didn't believe
One way.
a friggin' thing he stood for. But Domenic will tell you, I did not support the crook.
You told me that. Yeah, you're right. Good.
So
Okay.
the reason why I brought this up is this reason. Just put your thinking cap on.
Yeah.
Hillary in the last presidential election when she ran and Obama took over, I should say 2 cycles ago. It's Hillary was the front runner, Obama came out of nowhere. Same thing is happening again with Sanders. What is she missing?
She's not likable. She's
not-
not.
The likability's a problem.
She is not. If she would
No
just
matter how many Facebook posts,
Listen,
she's not likable.
She's doing fine. She got creamed in Iowa last time. She won it this time. He's a regional candidate in New
You've seen
Hampshire.
her
He's going to do
naked,
fine.
haven't you?
What
You've seen her
Obama had,
naked,
but
haven't
Bernie Sanders doesn't have, is Obama had an African American firewall in the next primary.
He had
So
the
when you look
media,
at a
too.
state like Mississippi has no Democratic elected officials. But if you take a snapshot of just the Democrats that can vote in
Yeah.
the primary in Mississippi, it's 75% African American. Mississippi, Alabama, Virginia, South Carolina.
So between-
overwhelmingly African American, which are rejecting the Bernie Sanders candidacy.
gotcha. So in other words,
and
they
so right
haven't-
now he's 20 points behind in South Carolina. Hillary has the money.
Do they still have the
organization.
match? Does the Clinton?
She'll wrap it up on Super Tuesday.
Do the
March
Clintons
1st.
still have the magic with the African Americans?
Well, they do when there's not an
Even
African
after-
American. Right? If
Okay,
you have
so
on the
Obama
ballot-
now is off, so they'll
That's
go
right,
back to the
right,
Clintons.
back to them.
So Obama's black. Bill Clinton is blacker than Bernie Sanders.
And
Well,
what's
Bill Clinton was the first black president.
He was.
And
He was.
what's
He
going
was-
on with de Blasio?
They're gonna go right
I
back to
mean,
Bubba.
There's a picture of him
Okay,
in
yeah.
some cornfield in Iowa.
Poor de Blasio.
And the Clintons basically said, well, we like if you come, but we like if you don't come either. What's going on
He
with
jumped
that?
on board a little late.
Is that what it
yeah,
is?
He
So he's looking for something.
So he's a persona
yeah,
non grata?
yeah, I think that
You
he
know,
was,
we're going
he was in it for Bill de
just so
Blasio,
you know,
not for
we're
Hillary.
going to be finishing up with this Iowa thing.
So-
because the sign came in.
So
we've
Frank-
got
We're done.
less than 2 minutes
Yeah, we're
left.
done.
No,
we're
see,
not doing the second
no,
topic.
no peak skill stuff.
No,
Our audience is.
All right, bring it up real
No,
quick.
No Watergate on the Hudson.
So what happened? So Frank Catalina had 2 people fake a burglary at City Hall
No,
to create news, and then both people
No.
got fired?
no.
Do it in 30 seconds.
All right, somebody said there might have been a break-in, and says, "Oh, well, if there might be, we'll look into it." So what do we have? You have videotape. Let's look at the videotape. Oh, what we saw in the videotape, which I can't tell what they saw, but it was not related to the break-in. But they saw something else that they decided the 2 individuals should be punished for.
But it has nothing to do with the break-in.
No.
Oh, yeah, I remember what you, yeah.
So
That- yeah.
what were they doing on tape that
So
would
wait
get
a
them
minute, is
fired?
this still under a
or
police
suspended?
investigation?
tell.
is
He's
what's
being
going on?
investigated now because he got these friggin' emails because he puts out for his sources.
What the heck were these 2 people doing that cost them their jobs potentially? Is it on videotape? Can we foil it?
Is there a police
I've already
investigation?
foiled it.
Is there a police
Yes, there's
investigation?
a Peekskill police
So is it
investigation.
ongoing?
Yes.
And it's better not to say anything until we really
Right.
get the results anyhow.
See, the only problem is,
Now I'm
is
curious.
that Johansson is leading the investigation, and Johansson is eminently fair. Nobody's got a friend in him, and you know this. You know, Eric.
It really
you
has
know,
nothing to do- the
wherever
you
the
know
chips
this.
fall.
I do not know
You're
that.
trying to get me to say
He's
it.
No, I
not
do not.
covering
I don't know
anybody's
that.
ass.
Have nothing to do with the
People
fake
very
news.
close to you
Eric's
and all
been able
about
to
it.
keep his head
Wait,
above
the
board
two
in any
people
matter.
are
And he is
And
not going to let these guys bring him down.